everyone. Yes, you have suddenly got a flurry of conversation from me because the kids are away. But I thought I would talk to you about the collective consciousness very briefly while I get my table ready for today's readings. Anyway, I was in contact with Raji Auraman, and he is from a channel called Star Show on YouTube, and he's probably got his own website and everything else. But anyway, I was very, really privileged to talk to this a sort of living, breathing man of knowledge and understanding of history, of specific spiritual concepts that I have no knowledge about. And I asked him about several dreams that I've had. And I'm not a great dreamer. I've got to be honest. I don't have them very often, ones that I remember, and I very rarely have ones that are memorable enough, and I know that they are symbolic and from my guide. But when I do, they really stick out. And I'm showing you some pictures of some of my dreams, and they're on my blog, on my website, where I go into a bit of detail. Anyway, so I asked him about them, and he was like, instantly said, "Oh, it's this. Have you ever heard of this concept?" And I really wish I should have asked him if I could have recorded our conversation, because it would have been easier, but I didn't. I was so awestruck that someone actually wanted to talk with me about it. So, but yeah, so basically, with the first one, which I'll be showing, which is of me on a beach, and it tends to be me always on a beach. I think that's probably because it's my safe place. But I was standing on this beautiful beach with a lovely, sunny sky, blue sky, and I turned to look inward into away from the sea, but inward towards the cliffs on what looked like a beautiful Cornish beach, and was looking at the sand dunes when I felt this incredible heat hit me on my back, and it was heating up, and I kind of like, wow, so I turned around and I saw the sun, which took up half of the sky. It was so hugely enormous, it was terrifying. And then I looked to, next to it was Nibiru, or some people call them Nemesis X or Nemesis 10, or Planet X. And X always means 10, guys, and 10 always means reset, okay? Because it converts to 1. It's the beginning again, the start of the Ouroboros, or the Gate of Man. And it was smaller, but it was bang next to it. It was really close, and that was about the size of our normal moon size. And then next to it was the moon, which was again, I pretty much would say was the size of the sun next to it. And I was explaining this to him, and he said, "Oh, have you ever seen this?" And I hadn't. And so he showed me these pictures of Freemasonry. Now, I've seen a bit of Freemasonry, but I'm more interested in the individual symbols within it, rather than like, I just had never seen it. So I was like, oh wow, well that answers everything. And so my next question to my guide was, and has been, why are you showing me this? And that's because we are on a route towards the reset. And here's the thing. There are people that are in power who are wanting us to concentrate on the physical reset of finances and stuff like that. But that's because they're hiding, and I'm coming out and I'm just telling you, that's because they are hiding the actual physical reset that is going to take place. Don't gulp it. Honestly, I've had, oh gosh, I don't know, a year to prepare myself for this. So in my mind, as well as, you know, mentally and emotionally. But they are hiding it, and there is a reason for it. So anyway, whilst they've been preparing, because they've known all along that this is coming. Anyway, so that answered that one, and I thought, well, this is obviously where this channel will dip into occasionally. Then I showed him the picture of my diamond shape, you know, sort of a triangle, a pyramid, and a pyramid and an inverted pyramid, and or upside down one. And I said, do you know what this is? Because, you know, I was really picking his brain. So I said, do you know what this means? And he brought up this picture, and I was like, holy cow, someone else has come up with this. And I felt a bit stupid, because he said, well, actually it's kind of a universal symbol. but because I've been trapped in the Christian matrix for the better part of my life, I didn't know about this. So that was incredible. And I'm going to show you a picture of an artist that he talks about, and I will send you a link to his show, where this artist sent these pictures to him, and it shows you the picture of how his mind demonstrates it, and I will interject it with mine. You can tell the difference because mine are really, really crappy. But anyway, we all got there in the end. So then I showed him the to go back, Kali Yuga, which is talking about the reset. That's with the sun, Nemesis X, and or Nemesis 10, and the moon. But so going back to my kind of bullseye. So I was given a bullseye, and it seems, again, this is a universal sort of symbol. And it can be seen as, I think he spoke about it being birth, and I'll show you a symbol. I'll show you the symbol of it, of birth, and then he also showed me, I think it was the North Pole, and the Eden, or you could call it the is it where Tartaria? It's where, I'll put a picture up, and everything has a center, and then has the ring around it of where people lived, and then you had the water, and then the great lands. And we spoke about briefly as well about the Lover's card, because I keep forgetting the name of it, but it's the mountain that's in between the two lovers. And because I know that there is some significance as to what that is, and that's supposed to be where the initial North Pole is, and he's called it, I think, Mount Kailash. It could because I said, some people call it the Kailash in Tibet, but he calls it the Mountain Olympus, And this is a particular position where supposedly is the centre of the earth, and supposedly things happen there. Anyway, I don't want to go into it because I don't know that much. But this is the tree of life. This mountain is classed as a tree of life. Now, some people call the pyramids is actually the tree of life. So it matters to which way you look at it, but it's all very interesting. Now, so also, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, so then I asked him about my dream, and I showed him the porthole, which was directly above us, the exit point or the entrance point of the deluge, and I explained how I saw white clouds that turned into white pillars, and as I looked up, I kind of floated up, and I saw this porthole at the centre, and he said, "Oh, that's the portal." Now, I've since heard people talking about this is, you know, the East Gate and the West Gate that's happening outside of our experience, where there's certain astrological alignments need to take place. So if I remember rightly, and I don't get it the wrong way, Taurus guards the West Gate, Scorpio guards the East Gate, and the West Gate is the gate of man, and the East Gate is the gate of God. Anyway, this is the portal. I don't know what it actually means. I really do not. I'm on search for truth, and I'm kind of just ecstatic to talk to somebody who knows a little bit more than me. And even if we don't understand things straight away, then it's good to know. But I'm going to show you three pictures. You'll see them like 1, 2, 3, where you actually have mapped out how we get out of the matrix, and I was absolutely blown away again, right? Because the first one, you've got my bullseye picture, which is somebody, which is the soul that's in the womb, and so you have the soul in the middle. You have the circle of the womb, because that's their environment, and then the third circle is the you're under the domain of the mother. So you're under the domain, that little soul is under the domain of the womb, the environment of the womb, but they're in control again, because they have their mother is in control of that environment. Then it goes on to, I think it's from 0 to 7. You've left the mother's womb now, so you are the soul within the construct of your mother and your father. You're under that control. And then the third one is now society. And this was like, blew me away, because the door was on the same side as the door or the gate in my picture that I was given, and this wasn't a dream, I was given a picture, and it showed these souls that are inside the and they were sheep. I kid you not, this is 25, oh gosh, no, it would have been about 28 years ago. No, not 28 years ago, I was 28. And in that gate, these sheep had walked in, and they were facing the fence, where I don't know why that, but I don't know why that's significant. Well, there's a couple of possibilities, but they were facing away from the gate. They weren't interested in coming out. They were happy to be in that confine. But the gate was open, so they could have left at any time. And I was saying to my guide at the time, I just want to be in there. I want to be accepted. I'm fed up of being ostracized or weird or just, you know, because I always have these, I've always thought differently to other people, not wanted to, but, you know, my mind has always been open to other things. And my guide said to me, no, I want you outside. I don't want you in there. Or rather, you're not meant to be on the inside. You're meant to be on the outside. And I kind of was like, oh, that's such a drag. But it did make me, it was a very defining moment in my, 28 years of living on the earth, that I was very much, okay, I'll accept my place. I'm not meant to be just completely asleep. I'm meant to be communal garden. I'm just meant to be on my own, independent, and, not fit in. Do I sound like a little bit miserable about that? Yeah, kind of, but anyway, it is what it is. So when I saw the gate there with these pictures, and I definitely will send you a link of a video. I'll put it in description, hopefully it'll be all right, so that you can see the actual video where he explains it far better than me. So yeah, that was amazing. And then he was moving through, because I think there's lots of different levels. And so I was interested. So I told him a few stories about myself, and he said that I'm in 5D, guys. He said I'm in Shambhala, and he asked me if I'd heard of that, and I kind of have heard it, but I just thought it was a lot of pretty pictures, to be really honest, and didn't really understand the relevance to me. But supposedly that's something to do with the heart, heart level, or is it the heart chakra? Sorry, I had to change that because my video ran out. I ran out of space on my phone. So that's to do with understanding the movements of energy through the body to bring about a clear light mind. And I was like, wow, that is me, because I'm all about understanding frequencies and energy. Yeah, so I actually spoke for about another 5 minutes, and then it switched off. So I won't waffle, because I was talked about empaths. But anyway, so yeah, so I've built up a library of frequencies that I've been understanding, and associate certain understandings with these frequencies, and that's how I kind of navigate my way through this spiritual world. But so yeah, totally, I'm in Shambhala, guys. Who knew? So that's excellent. Anyway, I think I spoke about yeah, anyway, right, I'm going to leave some links, and I'm going to put loads of photographs out. I've got spaces for readings. If you go to my website, follow the link in the description bar, and I will be yeah, just have a look. I've got a lovely new website, but at the end of the day, just contact me. I do all sorts of different prices. I've got some examples. I put examples up of the sort of readings you can get, but you can just pick and decide what sort of reading you want. You're paying for my time, not my energy, in the sense of my spirituality. That is free, but I have to eat, so I do this full time. And yeah, so knock me up, so to speak, and I will talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.